You gonna say something, Nan?
What will I say?
What is there to say?
I don't know. Nothing except I'm very lucky to have nice grandchildren.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
Yes, that's right.
And now you're fakely getting your hair turned black.
Yeah, that's right.
That
Well,
works,
you
though.
know, my hair was always black.
It's probably blonde.
No.
You probably dyed it so many times.
No, my hair was always black.
Oh, come on.
And, my father used to call me Blackie.
Yeah?
Yeah. My hair was always black. And I was over to Seabrook shopping one day, and this girl came up to me. She said, Esther, I wouldn't know you if you didn't have that black hair. She used to work for me years before that.
Yeah.
So of course I got old, but I didn't get gray.
Nobody said you got old. Who said you got old?
I knew it. I know it. I never walked like I do now.
How do you know?
My legs,
How do you know you didn't walk that way?
My legs tell me.
Yeah, your legs are probably just tired.
Well, they're tired even when I get up in the night.
Yeah. Nah.
I don't kid myself. But I'm very fortunate, Eddie, because I'm 87
That's it?
and I can still do a lot of things. I go down and work down at Baptist Church on their free lunch on Wednesdays.
So what would you, I mean, so what's the point?
Huh?
You say that you've already done everything you wanted to do.
I have.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
How do you figure?
Well, it's a funny thing though, but one time I wasn't really going with this kid, but he wanted me to meet his mother. He brought her over and she was in the car and he said to her, she doesn't drink or she doesn't smoke, but she goes to Newburyport High School. That did it. That did it. Because they had no idea about Newburyport High School.
I don't know why. I
don't
thought this
either.
was one of the more richer, prestigious high schools around.
I don't know why they did, but a couple of times, so things like that. Oh, I used to go to dances over the Echo, and I used to dance with this Greek fellow all the time.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it was anything, but he was a good dancer. And so one night he brought his mother over, and he says, I brought my mother over to meet you. And I looked at Ann, because I couldn't have gone over except with Ann and Bill. I said, fix it for me. She went home and she said, she's too young to be serious. And the woman said, well, I wanted to meet her because he talked so much about her.
Oh, yeah?
But I wasn't going to get married. I was only probably a sophomore in high school.
What do you need to get married for?
Well,
Plus, then we would have never been around. And
I got out of high school in June, and we were married the following March.
there you go. Let's see. So you graduated what? In 30?
34.
I was going to say 32, but that wouldn't have been.
1934.
You still have the reunions, right?
They just have one.
Oh, yeah.
There's still a bunch of people at the reunions?
Yeah, I've been to most of the reunions. And now most of them are as feeble as I am, or worse.
Feeble's such a strong word. Can't be too feeble if you're still going out doing everything you know, and
Well, I go down to the Baptist church and work on their free meal, but all I do is put the napkins on the table with the cutlery on them, for an knife and fork, and I greet them.
oh,
They like to have somebody come over and make them feel welcome.
I'm gonna say that's better than going to.
Yeah, I can't do it at St. Paul's because I can't do steps anymore.
They don't have like a handicap ramp or something that makes
Well,
it
they
easier.
have something that you can sit in, but you have to wait till they come because they don't keep. You can't make it go yourself.
You think they'd have a ramp or something so you could gradually get up there?
Yeah, you don't. You can go into the church, And even going up to the altar, with those 2 steps there, I have to hold on to the choir stall.
Yeah.
Or else sometimes one of the grandchildren go with me.
Yeah. What do you still think of Ted Kennedy?
Huh?
What do you think of Teddy Kennedy?
I still think he's an asshole. That hasn't changed.
Yeah, I figured that.
Well, it was funny, everybody down to Hytron loved Teddy
Yeah.
Kennedy. And when his brother was running for president.
Which one, Bobby or Robert?
Must have been the oldest one.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the other one was outside campaigning for him. And Chris Shute up in Main Street said, "Come on, I want you to meet somebody." So he took me out and he said, introduced me. And he says, "Tell me what you always say. I'm not going to vote for your brother." They thought I would change me. But no, I wasn't going to say.
But what did he do? What was it, just his way?
Well, I know he wasn't any worse than any of them. So they lived kind of high off the hog.
Yeah. That whole Chappaquiddick thing and everything else?
Yeah, and they got away with it. But that was so funny. And another time I went somewhere and Eddie, some fellow wanted to introduce me to one of them. And he came over and said to Eddie, I was going to introduce her to one of the Kennedys, but he said, the Kennedy said, she wouldn't want to meet me.
Why, do you know them personally?
Well, I guess so I did.
Well, you know, Teddy Kennedy's a senator.
They were, he was parading one time and his wife was behind him. And of course I'm a Republican. Well, I forget who it was, came up and dragged me out to meet him. And I looked at him and his wife was behind him. And she laughed like the dickens.
I think I'm undecided on... I think on my voter ballot I put undecided.
Well, you don't have to vote for somebody.
No, I know. I just didn't know whether or not, you know.
And you know, when I went up to Danvers to work at the Hytron plant up there, the fellow told that was going around, I had to go around and check his work. And he was counting. And he said, you're the only good Republican I've ever known.
Okay. Where was that? Where was Hytron? Was that where Sylvania was?
No. It's on a side street.
Endicott Street or Sylvan Street?
It's across from a mall.
Yeah. So it's probably where Sylvania, where I worked, used to be.
Could be.
And where Dad worked.
Yeah. And I liked it up there. People were nice. But when I went up there, it was in Salem, Salem. And the boss said he couldn't make me a monitor because he was dating his monitor and she had to get through to make his wife happy. I said, I don't care. Well, 2 weeks later he came up and he said to me, I've given you back your rating.
Ah, there you go.
You don't have to worry about it. Well, I'll tell you, it was funny. Those girls were supposed to know so much, but they had never checked their own meters. When anything was wrong, they had to call somebody from the lab. So they were having trouble. They were having a lot of low SMs, which was neutral transport. So I went over and I said, "We checked your voltage." "We don't do that." "You don't?" So I showed her, and she says, "Well, would they come out and check it for us?" I said, "My girls knew what to do."
Yeah.
And she says, "You really know your job, don't you?" I said, "Yes, I know my job, and I'm not going to go out with your boss, and I never went out with Callie Woodruff."
They're playing your song.
Yeah, she really worked. After that, she got such a kick out of that she would call me when anything was wrong.
Huh.
And they were. Well, in fact, we had to go into the office because they didn't want to work for a woman. And we went in there, and Jim Spelios was the union representative.